Good morning. So, it's New Year's. I don't feel like much has changed, but we'll be optimistic and assume that 2021 is going to be the the saving grace that we all hope it is. It is super foggy today. Buddy and I are going to the shop. I got an idea. We have a pull-type quad sprayer, and I'm thinking if I fill that up with really hot water and drag a tarp or something, or a old rolled up carpet or something behind it, I could probably make a zamboni out of it. So it's in the shop. I put it in the shop a few days ago, so it'll be all thawed out. I'll be able to do a little bit of work on that. I'm gonna plug this one tractor in. I'm gonna start filling up the water tank with hot water again because it snowed last night, and I'm gonna flood the arena with that. And then instead of shoveling the snow off. Good evening. So what was I doing? I was creating my little zamboni project I had for flooding the ice here. I was doing that in the shop, and then I had to go out and flood the ice. Oh, Teddy found a rooster. So I'm heading up here now to get the eggs. Gonna give some grain to these steers, maybe a little to the horses. Okay, well, got them grained up. I always give some to the horses too. My wife doesn't think it's a good idea, but she's not up here doing it, so I get to decide. So I just got the eggs. It's a decent little haul. We only have like 20 some hens, so we're averaging, I don't know, 14 eggs a day or something. So not too bad. It is hit or miss. Like the weather is just crazy. I'm not going to complain because it could easily be minus 30, minus 40, and it's like minus 6 right now. And they're talking for like plus 2 tomorrow. So I'll take that because I'm not a fan of winter or the cold at all. But they, all the animals, when the weather fluctuates so bad like this, you know, from hot to cold, and then like blowing wind and fog and frost, and it seems to affect them all. Like, you know, how much the cows are eating, or how much the chickens are eating, or how much they're laying, or all sorts of things like that. So there's, I don't think there's much of a science behind it. You just kind of roll with the punches, and when things are out of feed, you give them feed, and when they're out of water, you give them water, and you work your way through it until you can find some consistent weather, at least. You know, I mean, at least when it gets down to -20 and stays there, you know, you plan for that, and you you get it figured out that way, and you go with it, and there's not a lot of changes. But when it goes from -20 to 0 to 5 or whatever, and it's bouncing all around, it kind of messes everybody up. Emmy and I were out here building our zamboni. So that's what that is. This is a rough cut 2x6 in here, and then I wrapped it 3 or 4 times over with a big thick, this is actually the rug out of the trailer that we're living in. So it's 6 o'clock now. I got everything in the shop that I want in here. I got the, door shut here's going, so it'll be nice and warm in the morning. So if they are wrong about the weather, which they normally are, it might be -10 in the morning, might be +2. I don't know. Doesn't matter because everything's in the shop. It is a new year. With the new year comes thinking about what we're going to do this spring, what we're going to seed. The first step in that is finding out what kind of seed you have. So I got 110 seeds of peas in here. I'm going to take them in the house. I'm going to plant them. The reason there's 110 in this bag is because I don't know if I counted right, and I don't want to be short 1 or 2 and have to walk back over here and get a couple peas. So if you plant 100 and you leave them for 5 or 6 days, you count the ones that grow, boom, you got your percentage, right? If 88 grow, that's 88%. As far as seed goes, higher the better. If you're buying it, you basically want it to be 100%, right? Because who wants to buy seed that doesn't grow? Once we figure out what kind of seed we have on our farm, we have our own cleaner, so we clean our own cereals. And this year we're going to try to clean our own peas. We don't have a good cleaner for the peas, but we're going to try anyways because we don't have a whole bunch to do. Unfortunately, yeah, last year basically it was a disaster for peas, so we worked a whole bunch of them up. And what we did salvage, there wasn't very much there. So once we get our seed figured out, we can go ahead and start pricing out chemical and fertilizer. Because obviously if you don't know what you're going to plant, you don't know what kind of chemical you need, and you don't know what kind of fertilizer you need. So that's a job that Corey and we like to get that done the first part of the new year. So by mid-January, we want to have that figured out as best as we can. Then I give, my dad comes over and he looks it over, throws in his 2 cents. Then then Corey can get it figured out. She goes up and takes it to the reps from the different areas or from the different companies that sell fertilizer and seed and chemical. So then we can figure out what everything's going to cost. So that is that's going to be our plan coming up in the next few weeks. I guess that's like a behind the scenes of farming. I mean, every day we're making bags, every day we're doing some maintenance, every day we're doing whatever. And then, in the evening, it's, I guess it's not all feet up looking at watching TV. In fact, most nights we don't turn the TV on. And that's in part because there's nothing to watch, but there's lots to do. So I've only got some peas. I got to get some wheat and some stuff tomorrow or the next day. The barley, actually, we sent it out. It was all good. It was all 90% or more because we sent that out. We grow a malt barley, and in order for barley to qualify for malt, it has to germ over 98%. Then they created a program that was called Canada Select or something, and it just had to be over 90%. And so the grain elevators do that for you. They send your barley out and get it germed. So all our barley came back good. So I know we have lots of barley seed. I don't know how the peas are going to go. Hopefully they're all right. I had another bag already started the other day. Me and Daniel counted them out. I looked at the bag, and 4 of the seeds fell out of the paper towel. Because what you do here, you take the seeds and you lay out 100, put them in wet paper towel, roll them up, stick them in a jar, and wait 5 days. So 4 of them fell out of the paper towel, and those 4 all had sprouts on them, so I guess that's 100%. So yeah, we got to do that. I know I don't have any oats. I'll have to find some oat seed. That's not too hard to find. What else do I need to get? That'll be it. Oh, and then canola. You're not allowed to keep your canola seed, so you got to buy that every year. So we got to figure out what variety of canola seed we want to grow, how much canola we want to grow. Then Corey will get those prices. We're going to put canola with our peas again, so we got to get that. I don't know, lots to do. That stuff's kind of boring, but I'll probably do a video on it and then be an eye opener for how expensive it is, because you start spending a few $100,000 real quick at the kitchen table. Anyways, though, that is it for me. I'm going to walk over, plug that one tractor in, and then go in and have supper. It hasn't been a while since I shot any videos, but it is the holiday season. We haven't done a whole bunch, aside from making bags. I made like a ton of bags this week. Or I guess it's Saturday right now, but during the week I made a whole bunch of bags. We spent quite a bit of time on that outdoor rink trying to get it. I don't know. It's not getting cold enough, so it's really hard to do that. But yeah, that's been our week. So I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I hope everybody had a good New Year's. Hope 2021 is just a whole different ball game than 2020 was. That kind of was, well, that's one for the books for sure. But anyways, I'm on my way in. Gonna have supper, and we'll see you guys all in the next one.